All right. Well, then you just started. Like I said, I saw that you did Apollo. You did so many things. I really remember a lot of you on Comic View. It's like you came alive. People know, like, who is this, this dude? Because he was coming through and making some noise. You know what I'm saying? Those Comic View days. Did it take you to another level at that point, or was it still a lot of work at that point when you were doing? Because how many times you do Comic View? 5, 6 times?
Shit, I probably did about 10 times.
10 times? Okay, damn, that's damn every year.
Yeah, I would come back. And,
Crawford View.
Yeah, I had to do it. They had I got a 30-minute special, then they had a 30-minute special review. They had brought us back when Comic View came back again. So, and then when Jay, like about 5, 6 hosts I did it with, but I mean, I think it helped, and like I tell people all the time, exposure is exposure.
Okay.
And I just stayed on there, man. And I mean, a lot of people I had steady work. Okay. I had steady work all over the place. I was getting work in the mainstream rooms, doing the Funny Bones, doing feature act and stuff, and then I started headlining the white clubs. And then I started getting all the clubs at the Comic View. Comic View started giving me, the little joints.
You were still doing feature? You were still featuring at that time? When you started moving headline?
In between.
Right.
Feature, and then when they know they can't follow me, then I became the headliner.
I was about to say, that ain't right, nigga. No, sir. So you featured for some white boys sometimes, some white comics?
Once, and then they just moved me. Just brought me back as the headliner. Yeah. They said, "Man, these guys can't follow you," and they would try.
Right.
They would try. I think it's only one person I thought, could have came behind me as a white dude. It was Bill Burr, but he opened up for me in colleges back in the day. So
I know I heard about some of the stuff. We'll get into that. Okay, so Comic View really took you to another. Now, to me, when you're doing Comic View, and I had him on the show before. Bruce was doing it too. I heard y'all were like what I'm saying? People thought you were Bruce. Did you hear a lot of those kind of comments? You were like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, black folks just don't like to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just a purification of it. Let's just keep it real. Black people go like at HCU, they go T-Rex. Whatever they'll call you, whatever they want to call you, and you got to argue. No, I know. I mean, let me just tell you this, man. I've been doing this 40 years, bro, and people will come up to me and tell me a joke that I didn't do.
Right.
It's just like
sure.
What's the comedian name? Big guy, Rodney.
Bingham.
No, not Rodney Bingham, but
Perry?
What's his name?
Black?
Yeah, he big dude. What's his name?
I ran out of Rodneys. Nigga.
He do the good funny as AF. He got the shirt say funny as AF.
That sounds familiar. Okay, that Rodney.
Yeah.
Who?
Rodney Jordan. Rodney,
man,
I said
Rodney, man.
I'm sorry, man.
Right.
I'm 55. Give me a break. Come on. Rodney Jordan.
Okay,
Rodney Jordan.
Okay.
Funny young man and everything. But people, Rodney Jordan was one of me and Bruce disciples, okay?
Cool.
I'll just put it like that.
Okay.
Because, he a fat guy, he watched us because I knew he used to come to me, man, it's an honor to meet you, boom. And he had a joke about, kids talking about him being fat. I got my jokes about being fat, but they like, it's a fat man at the door. This girl came up to me, arguing with me that was my joke. And I told the woman, I said, woman, I know my material. I write it. I'm not going to sit up here and forget what the hell I talked about. And she got mad at me and really got mad at me and started going off. And I said, you bad build ass heifer. I had to because she cussed me out. Right. Oh, black big head mom. I was like, hold on, you mad at me for trying to get you right? And that goes back to what I said. Black people don't like to be wrong. And I told her, I said, lady, I know all my material. I watch myself. Okay, I know, and I watch other comedians. And I know their jokes. Sometimes I watch them, so I won't say nothing similar to their joke.
Right.
Some comedians don't care. They'll go up and do the same thing. But I knew that was his joke because I remember that was one of his standbys. And so, when it comes down to Bruce and me, people would just see. I got mistaken for Bruce, Earthquake, only person fat comedian I ain't give mistaken for was Ralphie May. And
really?
That's the only one.
I can't see why.
Right. That's the only reason. God rest his soul.
Right.
But I would get mistaken for so many people, and me and Bruce, I love Bruce. This is a funny story about me and Bruce. we did a comedy stop in Columbus. You remember comedy
yeah,
stop?
oh, yeah.
Andrew Ford.
Andrew Ford.
Yeah,
yeah.
he had us booked. We co-head when he had his new club.
Wow. Okay.
And we were staying in the same condo, and you know, Andrew was cheap as shit.
Come on. Come on now.
He was cheap as shit. He was cheaper than free paper. I don't give a shit. That's
Funny.
Let me tell you, I'm telling you.
He know he was.
He know he was. And the funny thing about it was he had us in this condo with wicker furniture. You had two brothers with 300 plus on wicker furniture, turning that shit into matchsticks. And then the funny thing, Bruce was a good dude, man, and we did look like brothers then, because we both had kind of like hazel eyes. We was big dudes. We looked like
funny
family.
too, and
funny as hell. We looked the same. We damn near had the same haircut. So I understood where people had the mistake. And then Bruce changed his persona with the braids and shit, you know, and stuff like that. And very funny, talented brother, and an icon in his city right now. I mean, they love Bruce. Bruce is a lovable guy, and I did my way of being lovable my way, but I was lovable with Venom. He was lovable with being Bruce. Yeah, I was lovable with Venom, where I cut your ass. I one that can go so hard. They be like, damn, it's totally different guys. So when you mistake me for him, you ain't watch me.
Right.
You understand?
Right. Not just joke, but personality.
No, you're right. You ain't seen my material. So when it came down to that, it was like, I think agents and representation kind of, because I remember you asking him, did we have beef? Me and Bruce ain't never have beef. And when I heard, before your interview, I heard somebody come out and say that I was hosting the Shaq All-Star thing, and I came over before the show, and I told Bruce, I said, you know you always family. I said, but when we was up in the condo, we was super family, because we went and cleaned out the Kroger's grocery store. We had so many items. We bought about $70. That's all we could afford, $70 worth of food. We had ribs, chicken, everything in that room. But Bruce would sit in his drawers all the time.
Oh,
and
easy.
Yeah, I lost 30 pounds. I lost 30 pounds that weekend. I couldn't eat seeing Bruce in his drawers except for wicker furniture. It was too much. But we had a ball, and I always said we Siamese twins separated at the cornbread. I used to say that joke all the time. And I said we family, and you know, it's so blessed how good God is. We got to do this tour, this last tour, me, him, some more. Arnez would come in sometime, but we did this tour all across the country. Yeah, Bruce would feature, some more hosts, and I headline, and it was some more even said it was probably one of the best tours she'd been on, because it was so professional, it was so straight up funny. It wasn't no love. Even when they threw another comic on, it was no love, because Bruce gonna do Bruce. Me, I'm gonna be ignorant. And it was a perfect, man. I mean, and I was so happy that we got to do that before God called us home. And that's why I tried, when you was doing that interview, I said, that's one of the things I wanted to say. And I loved how Bruce handled it with class. He didn't come on,
he told a story here on my show. He said I'm in the dressing room or something. He basically like, come on. You know.
Yeah, we was on the Shaq All-Star.
Okay, he said that.
And I told him I wanted to see him, because I said, man, I want to holler at him, man. And I walked up there, and we sat down and talked for about 30, 40 minutes. And I told him, I said, man, you know I got mad love for you. I don't have no beef with nobody. You know, and when they have beef with me, I go find them and see what this beef about.
Come on now.
You know, I ain't you know where I come from. I come from the mud, player. I said, man, you ain't talking all this old guff on these interviews and stuff. That we don't play that stuff. That's Charleston White's job. That ain't my job.
No,
I don't talk about it. And Charleston White, I think he's hilarious. I like when he gets up there and just let it out on the table. But I'm just not that guy.
Right.
If I got a problem with you, I'm gonna talk to you.
And like you said earlier, though, a lot of times, you know, I don't know about white people. We talking about black people. We see two people look similar, like we kind of pit them together.
Yeah.
Like, even in a negative way, like, man, he's kind of funny to you. Or like, why you doing that, man? You don't say this skinny nigga funny to me. You gotta make me have beef with this dude because I'm light skinned, he light skinned. Like, why can't it be two light skinned dudes doing well or two big dudes doing well? But it's just us sometimes feel like we got to have that venom.
Well, we always try to put it in. I try to teach my son to do that. you know, like LeBron or Kobe and all that. I say, man, dude, they were great in their own position. I don't like LeBron as much as I love Kobe. I don't like LeBron at all after he got left Cleveland. I ain't like him no more. But I loved him in Cleveland. But on the other aspect, I never pit nobody against him because I think both of us are titans in our own way. I think because I mean, he would go up and never miss a beat. I go up, never miss a beat, and we have our own paths to go down. He got his children, I have my children. I look at, but people gonna always make that mistake, and they'll make it, and it be one person. Right. You know, like I said, it's always the devil that want to mess up your day, and you know, you gotta be going in the airport, rushing to boo boo. You know. Right. I mean, don't tell me earthquake. Right. No, don't tell me. Quake Bruce. And you know, one brother, one time some brother said, I was walking down the street, it was me and Bruce together, and I was like, finally, they gonna get it together. Say, Bruce Lavell. This brother seen us both and said, Bruce's.
Really? Bruce.
I said, so nigga, you got a plural? Right. You didn't put the
Right. You know, I've been mad you ain't saying Lavell Crawford's.
Right.
I'm ignorant like that.
Right.
You can't be Lavell Crawford's?
Right, that would have been, it would have still been the same man. But he went Bruce is like, finally we see the other Bruce.
Right.
I was like, dude, if you don't go jump in a sewer somewhere.
That's funny.
But that was so funny, though. It was hilarious. And I do those things, and it's funny because it's just, you know. Right. And it's like, man, but I never looked at that. Good. You know, it's like at that moment, I just be with that person. Right. No, you should know your black people. Because Latino people know they people. Selena was a superstar. Right. Every white comedian, they have their own audience. They don't. Jim Gaffigan don't get mistaken for any John Candy or any like he don't get mistaken for Chris Farley.
Come on now.
You know, black folks sit up here and try to put us all in one thing. Like you can't. But the real fans know who you are. Some people that just watch you as a glance, they don't know. That's just like. It's like they see a robbery. They seen it, but they really didn't. They dude had a blue coat on. He got a brown coat on. He got a green coat on, and dude didn't even have a coat on. You understand what I'm saying? It's just how people perception of things, and they don't pick up. And sometimes they laugh so hard they never even wonder who your name is, and they'll even say you done said your name 1,000,000 times on stage. You done said that comedian's name. What was that comedian went up before you? You know, he said his name 6 times. You still didn't hear.
Right, sure.
So people, it's their perception.
I get that.
Turn me up a little bit.
If you like that clip, hit the subscribe button or the notification bell. In fact, why don't you hit both of them?